Hey, thank you for joining me as I'm going through my process this Friday. I am absolutely, the body cannot tell the difference between nervous and excitement, so it's both. I'm excited to share my process, that I am. And the nervousness is because letting go, it's hard. And everyone knows this. Well, most people know this. You're clicking on that because it says Underthink, take action. Yes, please, let's declutter. It's springtime. So I want you guys to know that I actually am going to have timestamps because we're all at different times. Some of you may be in the process of moving or moving in somewhere, and you got just too much stuff, and you're like, some stuff gotta go. So there are going to be timestamps in the YouTube part of this live, and then you could also come back if you're not ready for any of my prompt questions or ready to do any of these things that are all an invitation. So welcome to the Spring Decluttering series. We're going to kick off with the binders, and I have them all in here. You'll see them all pile up in a second here. And as I mentioned, I'm going to first go through some questions, some prompt questions. So very important. I know I put it out there in different social medias. Please grab a pen and paper. If you're watching the replay and you're ready, pause the video so you go get a pen and paper. And I'm going to be doing this, like I mentioned, I'm going to go through the process myself. Now, for those who are joining live, if you want to comment and put some of these things in here, you're more than welcome. We could go through this together. So this is the first live, and the reason why, it's also an accountability for myself, because you set a date, there's an expectation and a preparation. Man, and when you're ready to let go, there are going to be obstacles coming your way. You might have like a crying child or a crying puppy, a fight with your husband. All these conflicts may come right before letting go, because there are forces out there who want to keep us trapped. Anyway, I'm going to start with the first prompt question. Thanks for joining me. And the first question that we're going to go through this together, it's going to be that pen to paper. Hopefully you grab that. And that is, I have a problem. And so today, just let me actually come back for a second. So today is on binders. Today we're doing binders. Let's see if I can actually, there we go. These are the binders I'm using today. In a second, we'll put this nice and big once I start going through it. So what are some things that are coming up for you right now with decluttering your binders? And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to stop the music. A lot of times I can't hear. I don't know why. So I'm going to stop the music and let's write down. I'm going to actually change the music. And let's write down, what are some of the stuff that you have a problem with letting go about your binders? So it could be, I'll write in here, I have a problem of letting go of my studying or my study materials, aka those beautiful binders that I took a lot of time to put together, to buy the tabs, to organize them, to print. I mean, I'm talking about, these are like the 2-inch binders. Anyway, that's me. Let's go for we'll do about 2 minutes. Okay, let's write that down. Anything that comes to do with your binders. I'm going to read them off just to prompt some ideas, especially if those are joining live or those watching the replay. I have a problem with not finding a specific topic. So for example, one of my nutritional therapy association, what was that thing that they said about fat? Oh, I know they had it. I know I had it in my binder because you can see like the picture of it. Goodness, I know it's somewhere. I have a problem with like not being able to find those things that I can have what is the word? Photogenic image or an image of it. I'm not sure what the word is. Unless you know exactly what I'm talking about, drop it in the comments. All right. And as you go through this, you may have a long list, and that's fine. Just prompt whatever time you set aside. So if you said 2 minutes, 2 minutes it is. Once the timer goes off, go ahead. And for me, I'm looking at the timer here. I said 2 minutes at 12:37. It's 12:39. What we want is just this process. So my next invitation for you is to go ahead and read those statements of the problems that you have with letting go of the binders. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read mine unless, let's see, we got a few people in here. So I just want to know, again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. I want to make sure I don't miss any of the comments. And I know sometimes the comments take a while to get in here. So we're starting with prompt questions before we get into this fun 15-minute decluttering. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm going to go. I have a problem with letting go of my study materials. When I say that, I actually get a little bit of tightness in my chest. I want to know what's happening for you. Where do you feel it in your body? And the question is 1, like a little thing. 10 is like, Dad, that's strong. I'm going to rate this in like a 6 or 7 because it could be from my argument with my husband right before doing this live. So it could be a mixture of both. So, if you're going through this process and things are happening, like I mentioned earlier, babies crying, dogs crying, fight with somebody, let's come back here. Let's come to clearing our space because that's what you clicked on the video. There's something that drew you to clearing your space, of decluttering, of spraying, of space for you. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and read that out loud. The second one was, I have a problem with not finding a specific topic. No, still the same tightness over here. And I have a problem with someone I didn't share this. I have a problem with someone not believing my worth. And so what do I mean by that? Hey, like you an after school director, like, why are you talking about nutrition? Why are you talking about productivity? Who the heck do you think you are? Ooh, those are the thoughts. Not that no one's ever directly said that, but those are the thoughts of the story that I'm telling myself. So whatever comes up, you're literally writing that down. The next step, and this is the fun step, and then for me, because you got to get down real with yourself. Whatever comes up, I have a problem with my imposter syndrome. I have a problem with collecting too much stuff. Whatever that is, it's yours. And the next thing we're going to do right now, I love this process. I want you to scratch out problem and I want you to put an opportunity. So I'll go first as an example. Actually, no. Let's, did you guys hear that? I hope you could hear it in my mic. Scratch it. Hear that, whatever, whether you're using a pen or a pencil or a marker or a Sharpie. Ooh, a Sharpie. That's like, so I'm going to now go ahead and read it. I have an opportunity of letting go of my study materials. What comes up for you? there is less. As a matter of fact, the first thing I thought about is that I could share my study materials. And sharing means letting go, giving it to somebody else. And that made me totally feel light right now as I'm going through with this life. Whatever it's happening with you, write it in the comments below. And here's the thing. Nothing has happened. We haven't even touched the binders yet. There's power in what we say and the story we tell ourselves, that lovely thing called inner chatter, or the stories, right? Because words influence our feelings and what we see in the short time, in the mid time. Those words become our story, and in the long term, those stories become your reality. And I'm already feeling a lot, and I'll go through it as I'm letting go of these lovely sentimentals. So if you're watching, you love KonMari method, sentimentals, you go through it towards the end. Okay. Okay. I have an opportunity with not finding a specific topic. That sounds funny, right? It does. I have an opportunity to file my topics. That to me brings a sort of order. And so in a second, I'm going to tell you what we do with those things. Lastly, I have an opportunity of someone not believing my worth. I have an opportunity with myself believing my worth. Because at the end of the day, who's the one telling those stories that are becoming your reality? That's us. That's you. That's me. I hope that this prompt questions have led you, and this will be in a timestamp. 2 questions I asked was to write your problems, scratch the word problem. I didn't say anything about doing any solutions yet. Now, I did mention some myself, but it's literally noticing the difference. My chest opened up when I had the opportunity to share my study materials, actually give that to somebody, put it somewhere out there. And it's a big reason why I do my YouTube channel. It's literally a legacy I'm leaving behind of my process, my journey, and what I'm learning. And these could absolutely be shared. Okay. So now I want us to lastly, and I'm going to pick the statement that did something. It did one of those like, ooh, what did I just say out loud? Like something happened in here. Okay. This is the last part of the process of the 2 prompt questions, or the 2 exercises that we did, from problem to opportunity. Second thing is we're going to go ahead and read it slower. What I like to say at 70, I got this from Mark England. Shout out to you, brother, and Lifted Method in the house. This is a combination of the KonMari and the Lifted Method. And I love that now it's called Method, because we're combining, or at least I'm combining, and maybe you are now from my invitation, combining both. So I have, and this is the opportunity one that you want to read at 70% speed. I have an opportunity to share my study materials. Yeah, again, I got the open chest tingling sensation, and I'm like, I'm ready. I hope that you have your sentence and that you are ready to go through the process. Okay, so here's my process, and here's the next timestamp that we're doing. Timestamp number 3. We're going to be creating 3 bins, and I did not come prepared with my Trader Joe's bag. But we're going to create one for Facebook Market, because this is not, because this is an easy process. You could take a picture post it on Facebook, and someone can literally come the same day to pick up your stuff. And it's that easy. Versus like donating, separating for your next what do you call that, garage sale that's gonna happen in a week, or maybe it doesn't happen because of the rain, and then delays the process. Facebook, it's taking a picture and posting it. It takes seconds to do that. So we got 3 bins. The first one is Facebook Market. The second one is Google Drive. Again, take your phone, take a picture of it, and we're going to put it in Google Drive. I chose Google Drive because it's free. Not free 99, okay? Because if we do Dropbox, iCloud, like, oh, I don't have enough space. Listen, your Google Drive is old, create a new account, fresh new drive, okay? We want to make this process simple. Number 3, I call it Back to Earth. The song Back to Life came to my head. All those 90s kids out there, you know what I'm talking about. Back to life, back to reality. All right. Anyway, shout out to Fiona. Yes. Okay. That means a couple things, and the ones I'm going to apply today. One, it could be your recycling bin. Easy peasy. You go outside, boop, dump it in your clear bag, done. Some will have to shred it, sure. The other one that I'm going to choose today, because it's a beautiful spring day in New York City, is that I'm going to ask my husband, or I'm going to learn myself, how to do a fire pit and put these lovely notes from these binders back to earth. Yeah, that sounds so woo, but no, it's not. Paper, it's tree, comes from trees, right? And I've been listening to this eco theology podcast that really left an impact about my stewardship and responsibility to this earth. And it continues to do that. I've had like pockets throughout my life. And this time around, I want to simplify it. I mean, it literally is as simple as creating your fire pit and putting your stuff in. It doesn't have to be like, I gotta open a nonprofit business. I gotta do this project, and it just becomes a project. I want it to be underthinking and becoming something. Okay. Oh, cool. Thank you, honey. Jimmy said that he'll show me tonight. I've been watching him creating fire pits since we've been married over 10 years. And I'm yet to do my own. What did he put in here? Over some adult beverages. Lots of laughs. Yes. Oh, can I put in my request for a margarita? Thank you. Okay. Guys, celebrate, man. This whole thing, it's a new tradition. I'm so glad that those who are joining live or those who are watching the replay get to see this. Okay, and I hope that you choose your simple way. All right, so we're going back again, recap our 3 bins for today, and then we're gonna set that timer for 15 minutes. Oh, now I'm excited. Now chest is open. Okay, 3 bins. So that means I gotta go get my camera. Right here. All right, because we're gonna ask Siri. So again, so what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna walk you through as I'm also talking, because there's well, actually I'll mention it right now. KonMari method tip number 1: declutter what's yours, not your spouse, your children, your parents, your grandparents. We gotta allow this process to be ours. And yes, we had a finance meeting. Jim and I are notorious for arguing during our finance meeting. Not the best thing to do right before a live, but whatever happens. But please, whatever you're decluttering, and I did bring this bite so that way I could show it. Okay, tip number 1. So here's my binder of our podcast. I'm gonna take this out. Perfect. And I am going to bring back the banner or the overlay. Okay. So this is our binder that we did together. Well, I put it in, but obviously all the research is my husband, who's done this. When it's something that you did with someone else, for right now, you gotta, and I get to put this to the side because that's between my husband and I. So if you've done something in a project, that's okay, right? If you were hoping to burn all the binders, I mean, it's your decision, but that is KonMari's tip number one. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead. Was there any other tip? Um, oh man, now free from distraction. It's a little bit more of a luxury, especially those who are still working from home or are in my situation where you like my office is shared by four doors. There are four exits. That it may have some interruption. If you could close your door, close your windows, all that, great. All right, but now we're gonna go through that process. So tip number two, strive for a quiet space. If you want to do this early in the morning as KonMari method, tip number two, first thing in the morning, quiet house, pause the video or get ready for timestamp number three. All right, here we go. So now I'm going to move the camera. So I want to show you all the binders that I picked out and put my microphone over here. Get my water out. We're going to do a timer. I want you, and what KonMari does is that she wants you to have all the folders, the binders out. Okay, but like I said, go ahead and take the time to take those who are not that you did with somebody else. Okay, so that is number one. So I'm going to go ahead and actually set the timer. We can keep honest to this. Hey Siri, count down 15 minutes. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put some of the binders over here and some, because I have many, are going to go in my chair. All right, so the first thing we're doing, remember, it's which ones are going to go back to Earth, Google Drive, any Facebook Market. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. This is B School. This I'm going to decide to do the Google Drive on some of it. All right, so that's going to go in my Google Drive pile, which I'm going to put in there. This one's ready to go back to Earth. Oh, man. And remember I mentioned, what if I need a topic in my nutritional therapy? Guess what? This is all in a PDF, guys, that I could go into a search and find it way faster. So this is going to go back to life, back to Earth. That I'm going to put in my table here behind me. Oh, this is fun. Because we're starting with big binders first before you open each one. Yes, please. Go through each one into what bin. And then we're going to go into each one. Okay. Oh, Cancer Peace University. I have an opportunity to share this. This is also in a PDF format. It's time. Thank you so much. Back to Earth. Oh, yeah, KonMari method, right? Thinking. Well, we'll get to it. You can think it now or later. Okay, man. Guys, this one's hard. Okay, this is going to be Google Drive. It has no cover. But this one, it's basically all the trainings I attended in the YMCA from 2000. Okay, I guess 2001. Check this out, guys. Where's the camera? Where's the year? Virtual Y, 2001, 2002. One thing you got to remember is, like, if you got a lot of things already in your pocket that you're applying, that's how you're giving back. This is a Google Drive on some sentimental things that are, I won't share it in this one, but there was a letter in a denial letter that I like to keep for story. So that's Google Drive. Google Drive. Right there. It'd be great if you could label your bins. Okay. This is more nutritional therapy. That's back to earth because it's all on a PDF. Okay. Man, this is so much fun. Okay, this is again NTA. Now I'm maybe being a little cheap here, but I'm gonna reuse these tabs. So this is gonna go back to life, except back to earth. I mean, except for the actual binders that are reusable and the tabs. Okay, back to earth. Oh my gosh. Put in the comments if you feel lighter as they're all having homes. Oh, this is hysterical. All right, this is another NTA. These are all the procedures. Again, these are all what to ask in the clients and all these things. Okay, back to earth, and those binders back to me. These are also in the PDFs. These were all for metabolic. Where's the camera? 12-week metabolic meal plans. Again, I already have this in the PDF, and it's faster to find. Thank you. This one is going to be Google Drive. These have been, I mentioned this in this YouTube channel with our infertility journey. So all the visits, I am so ready to let go of these things because there's really nothing of a medical record that I want to hold on to or also that I need. So back to earth. Thank you for keeping track of what I've been doing. Wow. Okay. This is something I paid $2,000 something. The Ultimate Life Event Map. Man, I'm really disappointed. I had made a payment plan, and because I didn't make my last one, I think it was like $200 after paying over. I already paid over like $1,500. That's a lot of money for a training. He took all those PDFs and classes. And you know what I say to that? Your training wasn't meant for me. I mean, Dad, I paid over $1,500. Why take all of it? And that's not how I run my online programs. You sign up, you have it forever. It's called, well, Marie Forleo calls it evergreen. So first of all, shame on you. And why was I collecting this? Why was this collecting dust? Back to earth. Okay, I now could bring more. Wow. The whole shelf is empty. That's crazy. Okay. Woo. Okay. This is my latest training for the enlisted method. I've printed all the trainings I have attended in the past 2 years. Tap them all in here per session. Let's see. Some of them are falling a little bit, but story class, Mark England. I've been an awesome student of yours. I had everything in tabs, some of your worksheets. And brother, this is what I apply in my coaching. It's part of me. It's second nature. And thank you. Back to earth, man. This is going to go back to earth. And thank you. Thank you. Woo! Leave it in the comments. What are you feeling? Got 8 minutes left. Oh, this is a blank binder. Great. Goes in here. Oh, Young Living. Thank you. I love your oils. I do. And those are still in my shelf. The business plan, it's not for me. Because Why Superstars comes first. Then I have my husband's businesses, and that is what's going to take priority. So this goes shout out to, you were amazing. Oh my gosh, now I forgot your name. Teresa Teff. What is her name? Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? Her book is over here. I get to keep the game plan. So it was from this book. Your name is Sarah. Sarah, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I was a great student. I kept all that you said and brought some success and some headaches, but I learned a lot. And now I get to keep your book, and it's time to let this go. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, this is fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one. Oh, okay. This I will. No. Also in a PDF. I help people find their strength, their superpowers, and I've been collecting them. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to put all their names. So I'll show it this way. Oh, some of their names are in there. But you know what? It's on the website. What? It's on the website. Thank you, Gallup Center. And now it's all in the website. Under a community. All right. My last binder. Oh, I got to show you guys. All right. Can you guys see that? See, it's empty. That whole shelf. We empty that whole shelf. Oh, there's one more at the bottom. But we're making progress here. For my husband, not putting away until I speak to him. He helped me. We're a team. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We got a few more minutes. Okay, we got 5 minutes. Here we go. This is so much fun. I mean, it's super dusty right now. So let's put it over here. Okay. Marine biology is not mine. That's my husband. So put that in there. These are our STEM programs. Gonna go over with him. Again, more STEM programs. Go over with him. What is this? Oh, yeah, this is gotta go. Back to Earth. This is finally. I was looking for this. This is for my new curriculum. Look at what happens when you declutter. You find things you didn't have. I'm not gonna be part of Access Art. So thank you, Shauna. I believe in your nonprofit. Let's talk soon. For right now, not taking part of this. Woo, back to Earth. What? This is so exciting. And that, my friends. Oh no, there's still a few here. Okay. And that is really, truly it as far as binders. Okay. Getting to the last thing. Aww. Global Arts to Go. Man, I worked for this company for Emmy as an independent contractor. I kept all of my trainings. I tracked payments. Oh my goodness, do I love to train others, and do I love to present. Thank you, Binder, for keeping this part of my journey with global arts in one place so I can organize my thought and quickly grab it. I'm no longer part of this. However, I'm a trainer for life. Emmy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity to have done this with you for 2 years. I believe keep doing what you're doing. If you're interested in training, I also have my own training. But if you're into arts, you're into getting into community-based organizations, we basically do a few things the same. But check them out. Because you know what? You may not like me nor my company. That's all good. If you want to still be a presenter and a trainer, go talk to Amy. She's awesome. Back to Earth. Thank you, Amy. Emmy. Why am I calling you Amy? Emmy. E-M-I. Woo. Okay, you're gonna get to some personal stuff. Might be harder. Okay. Okay. This is for the church I attended for the past 20 plus years. I kept together a leaders planning retreat. This actually is going to go into my Google Drive. because some of the pictures, some of the things I have in PDF, some I don't. So you know what? Google Drive pile. This is good. I thought my Google Drive was going to be bigger then, but I got to show you the camera in a second. Oh, this is hard. This is another youth development YMCA training binder. Specifically, I'm building communities. I've been doing this for the past 20 years, what I learned in Springfield College. I am very grateful. And some of these things are already in a PDF. No need for taking pictures. I know it's there. It's back to earth. Let's put it back. Oh, this is so much fun, guys. Okay. I believe this is the last one. Oh, yeah, because this fell all out of... This is all part of Emmy's training. She had cool things that I laminated. I don't think I'm ever going to use this. I know it looks like... I thought, oh, one day I'm going to use this. I have not used it. All right. So it's saying thank you and letting go. Right. And I talked about Emmys too. All my budgets, all my trainings, all nicely, all my W-9 forms, all electronically anyway. Again, thank you, Emmy and Global Arts to Go. Oh, what? All right, guys. This is what it looks like. A little bit of a mess, but you know what? That's what happens when you declutter. All right. So right there, and that chair is all the Google Drive, number 2. Over here, see if you can see it. You can see a reflection of me too. All that, it's ready to go back to earth. Oh, and then here, I don't know if you can see it. Those are the binders to go over with Mr. Zito. And that's a journal. You should get it at Amazon. Anyway, boom, right there. How are we doing on time? Guys, we got 2 seconds. 2, 1. 15 minutes. All right, guys. My hair's looking all crazy. Oh, my goodness. All right, the timer's up. The timestamp has clear. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I fix my hair. Okay. Here we go. Take this out. We did it. You did it. I did it. You joined me. Thank you. We started with the problem. We ended with this opportunity. And the 3 opportunities were to give that back. Maybe you, at this point, you want to give some binders away. Put it on Facebook. Take a picture. Sell it. For myself, I got more stuff in the basement or things, projects that are happening right now. And because I am a binder nerd and that's how I process, there are going to be new projects. So now instead of holding on to projects from 2001, it's decluttering every year, right? Putting into little bins. Number 2, we separate some binders to take a pictures of some of the things that we can make into PDFs and also store neatly in our Google Drive. And then lastly, which is right there. Let's go show you again. I love that pile, guys. That is ready to go back to earth tonight. My husband's going to show me how to create a fire pit. And we're going to have some adult beverages to celebrate. And again, the one that kept coming up is Nutritional Therapy Association, Cancer, Marie Forleo, Emmy from Global Arts to Go. I've held on. I've been Mark England, The Unlifted Method. I've been a student of yours, and I have applied that, whether in my coaching, in my personal life, and I thank you. If I miss anybody else in here, rewind the video or I'll tag you in here. Thank you so much. Please leave your comments below. Let me know how your 15-minute process went into the binders. And as you can see, I only got a few, and it's only a few pictures. I already know what I'm going to put into a PDF. Everything else, it's ready to go back to earth. I wish I could play that song back to life, back to reality, your new reality. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next week. Yes, next week I'm gonna actually come back at an earlier time. So next week is gonna be 10:30 a.m. The process took 15 minutes. The prompt questions took a little longer. I hope this was valuable to you and you were able to declutter, to say thank you, and to let go. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me.